So blurry. I don't know what's going on with that. Something's going on with my camera. It doesn't look clear to me. Let me get a couple of things, guys. Okay. Let's see. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What we got in here? Just thought I'd do a live today. Who's gonna be the first one to click in? Oh, I already got a thumbs up. I can probably guess who this is. The one guy that's always here, Big Boy Noya. He's always here. A couple of other people, but he's like, he's at the top of the list. He's always here. Just thought I'd do a live real quick. All right. Yep, you're always here. Do you like live on YouTube? Like, do you work for YouTube? I don't know. You're always on YouTube. How you guys doing? Just thought I'd do a live today. I was off for work today. There's a couple things I didn't do what I normally do while I'm at work, because I was my son had like an event at school, so I spent the whole day. I just took off of work and spent the whole day at the school, and then I tried to relax, which that didn't happen. A lot of things were happening. So who else? Hello, my Filipino people. How you guys doing? Look, I got my Filipino cup, Mahal Kita, my Mahal Kita cup. Mahal Kita to my Filipino people. Yeah, and for you guys that don't know what this means, Mahal Kita means I love you. See, like there's a little heart in there, a little gold heart. My wife got me that. But this is just a cup of ice because I'm going to drink some of this. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. What was I saying? So there was a bunch of events, a bunch of stuff that kind of happened today. Like I said, I was going to my son's school. He had like some track and field events and stuff like that. And then also, thanks for coming. I greatly appreciate it, guys. But so while I'm at I'm at the school, then I get a alert on my phone because there's a camera on my doorbell, camera in front of my house, and there's some motion going on, right? And so I cut my grass a week ago, and then it's been raining, so the grass and the temperature kind of changed and it started sprouting up like really, really bad. But there's no weeds in it. It just got a little bit tall, like quicker than normal. And I wanted to get a little bit taller and thicker. That's what my goal was. I was waiting a week to let my grass grow. Then I see this commotion in my camera, and guess what? These people from the HOA sent someone over to my house to cut the grass. You know, like, you know how mad that made me? It made me so upset, right? They sent someone to cut my grass. So, in turn, I'm sitting there. My wife is sitting there. She sees it. She like, I told you to cut that grass, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to cut the grass, but I want the grass to look nice too, right? I don't want to. I want it to get thicker. That's what my goal is. But these people, they sent someone to cut the grass, and now they're gonna charge like $50, which that's kind of the going rate anyway for someone to come out and cut your grass. So they're gonna send me a bill for $50. But I will say this time, the person that did cut the grass, I will say they did a good job. Okay, and I can see like someone came with a weed cutter, a weed whacker, weed eater, and they did some trimming also. Because normally it'd be like a cut and go, like a mow and go, and they leave um, grass everywhere and everything. Let me show you guys something real quick. I'll show you the yard. So it looks. Besides that, I just pulled that up out of my garden because I got like a little garden over here. There's growing some pumpkins and some um, cantaloupe is down in here. There's tomato plant in there. My grapevine is there, kind of growing. But the grass, it actually looks really nice, right? It looks really nice. And then I got some um, loofah plants growing right here, and on that other side is some watermelon plants that I'm going to put in the ground before I leave out of here. And but I'm growing some loofah, right? Because I never have grown loofahs, and I always see them in the store, and I'm like, where do they get these from? So loofah kind of grows like a cucumber, and then you let it dry out, and then you just break it apart, and that hard shell is in the inside, and then you clean it off with water or whatever, and then you have a loofah like you can wash up with it. You can put it in your house, wash your body with it. So I'm like, let me grow one of those. So I do have a loofah plant that's growing over there right now. I grew some extras in case that died. Okay, but anyway, so more events that happened today. So they came and cut the grass. They did a good job, but I didn't want them to cut it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the one issue. What'd you say? So you traveling this month or next month? At the end of the month, I'm actually leaving kind of early. So at the end of the month, um, we're gonna leave out, and then we're not gonna come back until like um, 4th of July or July 3rd or something like that. Yeah, so we're gonna be gone for at least a month and some more days. But this is the issue, guys. If I ever have to recommend someone about like where to move or move what house to move in, guys, try your best not to buy a house in a subdivision, okay? Because there's so many rules that you have to follow, and some of them can be very, very strict. Then, I mean, I know the first year that I was here, first couple of years, man, they were on my back like crazy. And even my neighbors was like, what's going on? Why do they keep sending people to cut your grass when your grass is just nothing wrong with it and this and that? I was like, I don't know. I called and complained to them. The lady hung up on me. It was a mess. Um, and they kept sending me bills after bill. And they were like, you got this weed in your grass. And it was like, maybe a weed over here and one by the mailbox. It was like the whole yard wasn't covered, but then you can look down the street and you see a house is like the weeds are like this damn tall, and no one's going over there to cut the grass. I don't get it. I did not get it. It's like when I first got here. But you have people coming through. They're on the HOA homeowners association committee, and some of these people like they they're not I'm not know anything about grass, but you gotta some of these people on here, I don't think they are really knowledgeable about like grass, like certain things that happens in people's yard. They just on a committee just to be on it. I don't know. And then they say, oh, his yards look like crap. Oh, they just drive through. Oh, this yard. Oh, this yard. And sometimes I think they just do it. They just go through and just get it done so they can turn in something, you know. And Last year was okay. Like, no, they never bothered me, and I even let my grass set to get thicker, and no one, they never said nothing. And then just today, they came and cut it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then you have then you have, you guys still here? Okay, so and then you have, you can't really put a fence up behind your house unless you call them, um, and you let them know that you want to put a fence on your property line, and then it needs to be like a foot or 2 to 3 feet away from your property line, because they want a space in between the houses. Like, they don't want people to bump their fences up together. Even though you can look down the street and clearly see there are some people got their fences bumped together and tied together. Then there's some that have a space in between. Like, it's not consistent. You can't have a like a chain link fence. You can have a wrought iron fence, but it depends on what it looks like. You gotta get permission for that. But most part, they'll let you have a wooden privacy fence, and then the wooden privacy fence. A lot of those don't last. Like, after so many years, they start rotting and they'll fall over. So, guys, I can go on and on and on about living in a subdivision in an HOA. Just don't buy a house in the HOA, okay? In a subdivision. And don't move into a subdivision. It's going to sound the opposite, but don't move in a subdivision that doesn't have a HOA, okay? Don't move in a subdivision that has a HOA, and don't move in a subdivision that doesn't have a HOA, and that does. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Because for the simple fact that they don't have a HOA, it's going to look like crap. Okay? And I understand that what the HOA is trying to do, but it'll look like crap. Like, just people that don't really care about their property, okay? And I know their job is to kind of keep the neighborhood looking nice. That's their goal. But you have to think, like, and sometimes I'd be wanting to see the numbers, because sometimes it seems like things don't add up, because they're collecting all this money. It could be in between. I don't know. Some people are paying. There's some of the subdivisions you're paying low as $300, $400, $500 a year, and then you got some subdivisions that's way down there. They're paying like 1,000 something per month. I'm like, wow, like, that's ridiculous. So if all these houses are paying that much money for HOPs every year, and say it doesn't snow, nothing really happened. Yes, they're cutting the grass around here. They're paying someone to do that. But what happens to all that money? Like, where is all that money going? The money that they didn't use. This is the part that really bugs me. Like, that's a lot of money people turning in. Where is it going, and what is being done with that money? Okay, that's what I want to know. Like, shouldn't that money be turned back to, given back to people, or say, okay, well, we have this was our budget for this year, but we've had this much money left over. Okay, what are we gonna do with this? Are you guys gonna have a community party or something, which they never have? So where's all this money going? Where is it? That's what I want to know. I should dig deeper into it, but I don't know. um, but yeah, really, where's all that money going year after year after year after year? Like, whose pocket is that money going to? What account is that just sitting in and not doing nothing? And who's collecting it? Because it's sure not going back to us. But anyway, I'm gonna get off the topic of that, guys. Just, if you buy a house, try not to buy a house in a subdivision. Find an older home, or find some land, and it's not in a subdivision, and build your house on a piece of land, okay? Because no one can tell you what to do, and you don't want no one telling you what to do with your property. Like, come on now. Oh, you can't be growing this in your front yard. Oh, you can't be having a small garden in your front yard. You can't do this, and oh, those bushes are too tall. You need to round those off. Like, that's ridiculous. Okay, so I didn't mean to rant and rave, but there was some more. There's another issue that happened today. Okay, actually, it happened a couple of days ago. So I'm putting on I'm putting on my glasses. Right, these are the glasses that I normally wear to Philippines. They're like some glasses my wife bought. Just some Gucci glasses, and I'm sitting there with them on. Then all of a sudden it's like bloop, and this came off. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, what happened? And then so I noticed there's a screw up here that fell out. Somehow it fell out. So now my Gucci glasses are broken because they don't have a screw. So I need to find a place that has these screws and put them back in. Okay. And I know I don't buy glasses like this. I don't buy expensive stuff. I'm not that type of person. I'm not really into fashion, and I don't buy expensive glasses. And but I mean, I can tell the difference. I can definitely tell the difference in a good quality pair of shades versus something you just get at Walmart. You can't tell the difference. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Um, but yeah, so my wife bought those for me. I didn't buy those. But yeah, so that happened, and then I'm off for work, and I went to my son's game and stuff, and then they came and cut the grass when I wasn't here, and there was something else. Oh, I normally every day I normally look at the stock market. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you have a day off. I can't wait to see the travel vlogs. Yeah, I can't wait to get there, guys. Gucci glasses too expensive. I bought mine from Home Depot. I don't, man. There's some glasses you see in there places that really look nice. Like, and there goes one of my neighbors that just moved in down there. You hear that loud car. And it gets up in the morning, like 4 in the morning. You can hear that thing. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let me stop complaining. Um, but yeah, do have some nice glasses in Home Depot. Glasses is just glasses. It's just to protect your eyes. So, what else happened? Oh, but my normal routine is I normally get up in the morning. Um, I definitely get me a cup of coffee, and I normally go to the stock market. Okay, I normally look at the pre-market before the market opens up. Like once it hits like 4 o'clock, sometimes things start moving around. Right, this is like a pre-market before the market opens up at 9:30. So I watch it at around 4, and then and then around 7, I'm kind of making me a list of like, okay, here's some stocks that I need to watch. I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I make a list, and then sometimes I make a video. I do like a screen record. I make a video of some stocks that I'm watching, and this is on my other stock channel, guys. Okay, this is on my other channel. So, and my other channel is DJ Underground 7, number 7. So you may want to look for that if you're into stocks or if you're trying to learn some stuff. Okay, I'm not a teacher, but I'm trying to learn the market like everyone else. I'm trying to get money just like everybody else. Okay, but I do put out a list of like, okay, I think this stock may try to take off. You can make a little money on it, and then you can scalp it and sell it really quick. So I normally watch certain stocks, and recently, like half of last year, I got into penny stock. I'm like, people tell me penny stocks are garbage and all this. Like, you're gonna lose your money. I'm like, well, I'm thinking to myself, well, they're on the stock market for a reason. Even though the company may be dying or whatever, there's still potential of them like running up, and you can make some money and just snatch it back, or whatever. So I looked at this one. I looked at a couple things this morning, but I didn't really think about like making a list or following because I was like at my son's school. I'm like, I'm relaxing today. And then all of a sudden I get a message from a subscriber. Hey, why is this stock? Do you know why this stock is halted? And I'm like, huh? Like this is kind of odd. Like this person really asked me this question. So I go to the. I'm like, okay, let me go look at this penny stock. So I go look at the penny stock. I'm like, okay, so it's down. It's like, I don't know. I think it was like like 40 cent or 30 or 40 cents, somewhere around there per stock, right? No, actually, it was below 50 cents, so it was way down. And I looked at it, I'm like, okay, I remember this stock from the past. Um, I did make some money off of it, but I kind of like left it behind. I looked at it, I looked at it, and then I told myself, you know what, I may jump into this. And then I stopped and I went and did something else, and I just totally forgot about it. This is the exact same stock that I was looking at, right? And then by the end of the day, I looked up and the stock ran up like 1,000 and some percent. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm like, I dared up look at this. And, and the subscriber contacted me because sometimes when the stock moves too far, too fast, they will put like what they call halts in place, and they will halt the stock. And so it doesn't just keep running and keep running. And then sometimes they'll start pulling back when they do that stuff. But in my mind, when the person said, why did they halt this stock? Why is it halted? And I looked at it, but at the time I looked at it, the halt had like they released a halt and it was just kind of moving like normal. And I'm thinking to myself, I was gonna respond to him and just say, because it may be a potential for it to run, potential for it to like um what do they call it in the stock world? Like squeeze. Yeah. I was going to say that. I really was going to say that to him. Um, but I didn't because I started doing some other thing. And then, it hit 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I'm like, oh my gosh, this stock done ran like 1,000 some percent. I could have made some money. But, you win some, lose some. So that happened. So I lost that. I lost out on that. And now I'm here. I was trying to get some sleep, but it ain't happening. My son is in there playing his Oculus, and he's screaming. I don't know if you guys familiar with Oculus. It's like a virtual reality thing from Meta, and it's that thing is it's amazing. It's amazing how realistic stuff is to put you in this virtual world. But he's playing like this little scary game or something. He's in there screaming. It's like it scares him. But so I had to come out here, and I told him, "Hey, I'm gonna be right out here." Okay, let me look at the questions. Look at the comments. You saw any new crypto? No, I'm just. You know what? I'm buying. I haven't seen any new crypto that I'm getting in, but when I do see, who's that? Ronnie, hey, what's up? You might have to buy one. Yeah, I bought it. We have two now because I bought one. Well, my wife bought one for Christmas for me like 2 years ago, and the only reason why I bought it because they were advertising like this like cardio workout whatever, and I'm like that may be cool, so I bought one, and it's amazing. Like you can play like if you're into like PlayStation and Call of Duty, like stuff like that. They have a game on there called um, Onward. It's like Call of Duty, but you're physically in there, and all the movements that your character needs to do, like as far as turning, looking up, bending down, moving side to side, holding your weapon and changing your load, like all this movements that you do in real life, like you have to do that while you're playing the game. So it's kind of giving you a workout. Like sometimes you're sweating and everything. So you're really doing all these motions, and your character moves the same exact thing that you do with this headset. It's following your body. It does every single thing that you do. Um, Crypto. Okay, let me get back to crypto. So there hasn't been any, but I've been kind of like going through certain cryptos, especially some meme coins that's been there for a while. Really not the ones that are very popular, like Shiba Inu. Like I'm away from Shiba Inu. Okay, I'm off of that because for one, Shiba there's they have so many coins. Like there's so many. It's like what, a billion or trillion coins of Shiba Inu. Like how's that? Yeah, it looks nice. The numbers looks nice because so many zeros, and you're like, oh, if this gets to a dollar, I'm gonna be a millionaire. And I used to think that way too. It's like it's not gonna happen. Like it'll go up. You can make you can go up and make some money. What is that? My wife's sending me some shoes. Cause I told her like, oh, I seen these shoes I want. I don't know if I'm gonna get them. There's like some New Balance walking shoes. It's a like a cross trainer running shoe, walking shoe, and I just wanted to travel, right? And some New Balance. And she just now sent me a message saying, oh, these shoes. I'm like, no, I don't, I don't like those shoes. But anyway, um, what was I saying? The crypto. So Shiba Inu, it would never get to a dollar. Okay, like it's a fact. Like you look at the numbers. Don't believe what people tell you. Okay, don't believe like everything you see in online on YouTube because Shiba Inu will never get to $1. It never will, unless they just burn them all up and drops the supply down. It will never get to a dollar. The supply is in the trillions. There's no way. If it did get to, just think about it. If it did get to $1, the market cap will be bigger than the market cap of the United States. Like, come on now, it's not going to happen. People were saying they was saying that they will put these ideas out there and these things out there saying, "Oh, if it get to a dollar, we're gonna be rich." Like they don't know what they're talking about. Some of them know what they're talking about and they know what they're doing. They're just trying to get people to buy it so they can sit back and watch it go up a little bit and then they're gonna scalp it. So teach crypto. Okay, so you can also if you keep watching if you have Robinhood, of course, they got some coins on there. Um, Coinbase, okay, and Crypto.com. Crypto.com is good because you can see when there's new coins, like just being listed on most of these exchanges. Those are three exchanges I use, okay? Robinhood, Crypto.com, and Coinbase. Coinbase, some will go on there before Crypto.com, and some will get listed on Crypto.com, and you can see how many the supply of them. And I normally base on what I buy, like off the supply of how many they have. Um, Anything that's under, like I kind of go down. If the coins have like, if there's trillions of coins, I try to stay away from that unless I know that it's going to be a coin to where people want to just FOMO in, and then I can just scalp it, make some extra money. And then when it drops down to like a billion, if I see coins with a billion, I'll look into that, but I won't necessarily buy into it. I'm looking for coins that's been around for a long time that has like during the millions, okay? Because it could be so easy for people to up buy up a million coins. And then you have to look at the supply, right? How many is on hand? Try to get it's not financial advice. I'm just giving you my opinion. But I look at coins that have the least amount of supply, especially the ones that are in the millions, meme coins. And then I look at the history. Like I go back and I look and see what was the highest price this coin ever went. Okay. If it hasn't went up too far from where it's at, and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna stay away from this one. But if I seen like it went from just say like right now it's at 0.1 and then I seen in the past it was like at $8. Like you can make some money on that when it hits the high because most crypto normally tends to go back to its highest point at some time. Okay, some point in time they will. We don't know when, but they will. So you can base you like Burger King. Okay, so you can base your amount that you buy. You can base it on the supply of coins they have, plus the highest it ever been. You can buy enough to where, like, if it reaches this high point again or get close to it, I'm going to have $50,000 or I'm going to have $1 million. Okay, then you kind of know like how much you're going to invest. Like for people that really want to like be a millionaire, you find those coins that okay, if I put $10,000 here and it gets to this price and or it goes back to its previous high, I'm going to have $2 million. Then like it's almost a no brainer. Okay, and I believe in buying coins that I can have a whole coin. Okay, I do not like buying coins that I can't buy one whole coin. Bitcoin is just too far gone for me. Like I can't. And someone tried to explain like, well, you can buy the instead of buying Bitcoin, you can buy the satoshis of Bitcoin, which is like satoshis is just the equivalent to like okay, instead of here's $1, you can buy the cents of the dollar. You can buy like 10 cents worth of this dollar or 50 cents worth of this dollar, like, and then you can just write it up. You can do that, but Bitcoin is just too far gone for me. So and also I try to get coins that are closer to the top of the crypto market cap. All like the top dogs. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're playing like in basketball, you know, like who's the best players? You know, you kind of want to stick closer to the best players. So I looked at lists. There's like the top 20. Sometimes I stay in the top 20 if it's something that I want. So and I don't go too far down unless there's something that I see that catch my eye. Okay. But anyway, as far as crypto, I have a crypto channel, crypto and stock market channel. So look at that every morning. That's where I normally go, and it's called my channel is DJ Underground, the number 7. Okay, that's my other YouTube channel for my stocks that I do every day. Let's see. What else? Have you ever tried buying something with it? Yeah. This is what people don't understand. People say you cannot buy anything with crypto. Hold on, I'm going to show you something. Stay right there, don't move. Okay, who's here? Who left and who's here? Have you ever bought something? Okay, so yes, do not let no one tell you cannot buy anything with crypto. Okay, who's here? Because my numbers keep changing up there. It says one, but I think there's more than one person here. Who's here? Tap in if you're here. I want to see before I answer this question. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question, but first I'm gonna pull out a couple of things. Okay. Um, who's here? Tap in. Let me grab a couple things out of here. 1, 2, 3. And this. What else I got? Okay. Okay. Who's here? Ronnie, are you still here? Big boy, no, you still here? The comments is like, what's going on? Let me change my. Oh, I'm gonna hit all. Okay, now I see it. Okay. So I don't know if Big Boy, no, I don't know if you're interested in this, but someone did ask. Ronnie asked about the crypto. Can you buy something in crypto? Okay, so it's like this. There are some places that will accept Bitcoin, okay, for payments. Like you can use your digital wallet on your phone. You can have a digital Bitcoin wallet on your phone, and people can scan that just like Cash App. You know how Cash App you can have a QR code or something like that. Your digital wallet have a code, and people can they can scan it and do transactions like that. Um, there is one country I can't remember the name of it. Is it Venezuela? I can't remember the name of the country, but anyway, they're more of a Bitcoin friendly place, and they do transactions actually with Bitcoin. Now, for the life of me, I don't know why anyone would want to just write out sell their bit like purchase stuff with their Bitcoin, because the whole goal of Bitcoin is just to buy and hold it, okay, until it reaches whatever, okay, because it's not so many out there, right? It's the supply is depleting, but most of the time you can buy anything you want at any moment with your crypto. And here's why. Because once you have your coins, and just say like you're on Robinhood and you decide to sell your coin on Robinhood. Say you have Bitcoin. Say you have Shiba Inu. Say you have Dogecoin and all these coins. And you say, you know what? I want to buy something. So the crypto market is open 24/7. So all you have to do is sell it at that moment. You sell it, you put it in your, let's see, I don't want to show any sensitive stuff. You sell it, and then you put it in your once you sell it, it's gonna cash out. It's gonna go right into your Robinhood account. And then you get you one of, here's a Robinhood card. It's a MasterCard. And then because Robinhood, like, you can have like I can't remember. It's two separate things you do. You have to move your money to, but once you sell it, then you can move it over to your debit card. For it's like a spending account. I think that's what it is. So um, once you sell it, then you just move it over there, and you move it over to this card, and you just go buy stuff. So, like, how can you not? There's ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, you use this, you can buy anything you want with you sell your crypto, you sell your stock, you can just use this and start buying stuff. It's the same. Crypto.com, same thing. Visa, you can sell your crypto on crypto.com. As soon as you sell it, it's you can move it over to here and you just go buy stuff. Okay? Coinbase. Coinbase, this same thing. You sell your crypto on Coinbase, and you have your card is right here. You can sell your crypto at any moment and buy stuff. Okay? And then well, this is not a crypto card, but this is another one that I just got recently. Let me see. I just got this one from this is Robinhood. This is a Robinhood Gold card. I just got this recently because this was like they were you were on a waiting list to receive this, and they just sent to. It's like a kind of a metalish type card. It's not plastic, but it's a Robinhood Gold card. So I got that, and this one's let me see. Let me close that right there. It's a Visa and it's a tap. But this is more of a Robinhood. This is like a credit card, okay, from Robinhood. But guys, but the point is, you can sell your crypto at any moment. Okay, I know this channel is really about, it's supposed to be about the Philippines and all this, but I'm just answering any questions that come through. Okay, so yes, the answer is yes, you can buy stuff with your crypto. Okay, because all you gotta do is get one of these debit cards from that account and use it. I've done it plenty of times. There's times I made money in stock market. And I'm like, you know what? I'm taking some of this stuff and I'm going to buy me some gas. Fill my gas tank up. Or you can do like, you can cash it out and go to the ATM and pull the money out. It's like, come on. But crypto is like, it is starting to be more, what I want to say, it's starting to be more noticed. And especially that the stock market put Bitcoin ETFs and all that's on the market. This is the craziest part. Okay, I got Coinbase card too. Yeah, so this is the craziest part. Back in the day when they were like, Bitcoin, don't buy Bitcoin because yeah, it's used by people money laundering and it's used by drug dealers and all this other stuff. Don't buy that. And while they telling you not to buy it, they were grabbing up every Bitcoin that the government, they were grabbing up every Bitcoin that they could get their hands on. They were, and if they knew someone that was kind of money laundering or something, and they caught them or locked them up and they seized all their stuff, and then they like, oh, this person got a hard drive full of Bitcoin. They took and they kept it, right? Like they took it and they kept it for themselves. The government is holding all the Bitcoins at sea, so they just took it from you and they kept it for themselves. Isn't that kind of like stealing from someone that stole, or like they stole it from you and they like, oh, okay, so it's mine now. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna use it for whatever. Like that's crazy too. But anyway, so after they told people like just stay away from it, now it's on the stock market. Now it's on. I'm watching this like rabbits running over there. Um, Now they got ETFs for crypto, and they're trying to get the ETF for XRP, um, and all these things, right? They tell you like to stay away from it, and all of a sudden the government start doing it. It's just like cannabis, right? Back in the day, like, oh, it kills brain. I don't smoke. Okay, I don't smoke, so people can do what they want. But they were back when I was growing up. Oh, that's bad for you. You shouldn't do that. Oh, it's illegal. And then all of a sudden they were like, you know what? These people just keep doing it anyway. We should just get in the business of selling it. So they're starting to regulate it, right? And they're getting money off of it. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. The whole thing is just crazy. How to the gov do all that stuff, tell you to stay away from certain things or don't get it, and then all of a sudden they grab and they get a hold to it and they start selling it. Okay, what else? Mm-hmm. My numbers just keep going in and out, up and down. I'm not gonna stay on here too long. I wanna go back in and do some things. But guys, I'm like so excited. I'm really ready to go to the Philippines. I'm ready to get out of here. I'm gonna tell you a story. Okay. Let me tell you a story. Let me move this way here. So I have a coworker, and he knows, I talk about Philippines all the time. And he says, well, I'm about to go to Hawaii. And I said, you're going to love Hawaii. I've never stayed in Hawaii, but I had a layover in Hawaii. And the weather it was perfect. And I can see why people want to retire there, because the weather is just so perfect. It's just right. But anyway, he went to Hawaii, and he went there to have a good time. And he sent me messages like, "Oh, Hawaii is beautiful. You know, the people are nice and this." And I'm like, "Yeah, because you're on another island, you know." And then he said, and then later, um, he sent me a message. He said, "You know what? It really feels like I'm not in America, but this I know this is American territory." And after that, he sent me a picture. He said, "I can't believe this is happening over here." He said, "I thought by getting away from the United States, I was going to get away from this nonsense." And what he was referring to is like kind of like discrimination and racial type things. And he's a brother, right? So he was just shocked to see something in the hotel that he was in, and like someone had wrote something on a it's like a Scrabble board, right? And someone wrote something on that Scrabble board that bothered him. He's like, I can't believe there's people over here. It was probably like a foreigner writing this stuff, and it was geared towards darker people, and they wrote it in on a Scrabble board. If you know where I'm going with this, they 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 pretty much just wrote the N word, okay, on the Scrabble board along with some other words. So he reported it to the front desk, and they said that they were going to look into it and take care of it. And plus, they said they were going to kind of hook him up with some extra things, like when he comes back and all this other stuff. And he said, so they were like, "We're sorry." And the native people there, like they were very upset. He said the workers they were so upset when they seen that. And I said, "Yeah." I'm like, and I called him. I talked to him on the phone. I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry you had to go through that. You're trying to get away from a lot of still. Unfortunately, that stuff still happens. And I'm not just saying on one side. It happens both ways, all kind of ways, and it's just unfortunate. But um, he was just disappointed to see that. He was like, I just can't believe like this is happening all the way over here. I said, yeah. And when I go to the Philippines, that is the one thing that I do not feel when I go to the Philippines. And I think this is another reason why a lot of people love the Philippines. Because when you go there, you feel like you're a part of a family. Like everybody, you feel like you're part of the family. And people are so friendly. People will talk to you. You know, people not rolling their eyes at you. People not mean mugging you. It's like the whole vibe is different, and that's why Philippines is so attractive. I was thinking I was gonna have a lot more people here around this time. What time is it? But it's kind of hard to judge when a lot of people are online. What else we got? What else? Any more questions on here? I almost drunk this whole thing. Well, not all of it. I have like half of this. You can tell there's a road right there, right? But there's a hill. They put up a big dirt hill, grassed hill, so it kind of cuts some of the sound down. I'm ready to use this camera here. I'm ready to use this camera here. Gary, Indiana, close to you? It's not far. I mean, I'm in the racing capital of the world, right? And the Indy 500 is probably like mm, 10 minutes, 15 minutes away from me. I'm not far. I'm very close to the airport. I it probably gonna take me like 8 minutes to get to the airport. I'm very close to the airport. Yeah, Gary, Indiana is kind of close. It's a drive. I don't know, maybe it's 3, 4 hour drive or something like that. No, Chicago's 4 hours, so Gary, it can't be that far. I've never been to Gary, Indiana, so I do know Chicago is a 4 hour drive for me. Okay, what else we got? Anything you want to know about the Philippines that I've experienced or I can probably tell you about? I highly recommend people travel there. I do know that the Philippines is it's a awakening. It's an eye opener. It makes you realize a lot of stuff. The best restaurants there. The best restaurants are there in Gary? I mean, I don't know. I've never been there. I knew a coworker that used to work. They came from Gary. Oh, the best restaurants is there in the Philippines. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The food is good. I'm telling you, Filipino food is good because they a lot of times they're cooking it like it's like freshly cooked, and they cook a lot of it. My favorite. I say this so many times. My favorite dish in the Philippines is kinilaw. I love kinilaw. I cannot wait to get some. Oh, Michael Jackson's from Gary, right? The Jackson family's from Gary. Um, I don't know. Let me. If I was gonna, I gotta do another video because I got a video, a situation with a person that's in the Philippines. So I may make that video tomorrow, post it, and an update on one of my other friends that's over there. But anyone that's like, I'm not knocking anyone here from the U.S. as far as like relationship wise, as far as like different women or whatever. But just from my experience and in the past, I think for any man that's like looking for a woman, your best best bet is to meet a person from the Philippines. Okay, and don't get me wrong, there are some relationships that's been like very bad for some people, but you just gotta find the right person. Okay, and a lot of people in the Philippines are very friendly. People are very friendly in the Philippines, and a lot of the women will give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like they look, a lot of them look at your personality and they just look at you. They don't care about what other people think, um, because there are really a lot of good Filipino women out there. And even though people going to say, "Oh, they just want to get out of poverty. They just want to, they just want your money. They just trying to get out their situation." Like, come on now. Like anybody, even here in the U.S., like some of the people here, some of the women here, they want a guy that has money. Like it's already, you already know that, right? There are some that don't care about money, but everybody on both sides, men or women, we want someone that kind of has something. For a man, if for a man, sometimes you see a woman that looks. If you see a woman that looks like she's really doing something for herself, some men are attracted to that, and they feel good to have a woman that's kind of like the breadwinner or something. Some guys are okay with that, and you cannot knock a woman from the Philippines that's trying to get out of her situation, and she's not just trying to get out of it because you got money. Okay, she's trying to better herself, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, because that's the first thing people go to. ah, she's just trying to get your visa, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, like if I was in a situation, I would want to try to do what I can to get out of it, right? It doesn't mean that I'm using a person to get out of it. I want to better myself, and that isn't just another step to better yourself. Let me see. Have you seen Cookies and Dream Bakery in Cebu? No, I've never been to Cebu, but my wife did talk about us going there. We did talk about going there. Usually, when I go to Philippines, like we don't really do like we don't really go around to all these different places. Like we're in Manila, we're in Davao City, and we have to go to Davao City because our condos over there. Man, people are racing today. But our condo's in Davao City. We have a condo being built, or they're almost finished with it, and it's been delayed and delayed. But we already paid it off, right? Our condo's in Davao City, so we travel around in Davao City. We definitely always go over to Samoa Island. Last year we went over to Samoa Island to look for some property, and unfortunately, the property that we wanted to look at, we didn't get to look at. But we looked at another property that was kind of higher up on the hill, but it was way, way back in the province. Like we went so far, the road went from the concrete road, it went to dirt road, then it went to a smaller road, then it started going to a walking path, and we had to kind of get out and walk up to the person's house, and then that was like the end of the road, right? And then the person that owned the property, that guy, he had his own place right there, but behind it, he had a lot of land in the back, and it kind of went up a hill, and you can see the ocean from the top of the hill, but all the land back was full of limestone. Like you could barely walk back there. It was so sharp, and we had to be careful. And they was like, well, we're gonna put a bunch of houses over here. This is a lot. This is a lot. I'm like, how can you say that when like it's full of limestone? You know how expensive that is to build on? Like, even though it could make a good foundation, but you cannot farm on it. Like, you can't. How can you grow on limestone? You can't. So, and then we go to like Newport City. And a lot of times we stay in Newport City too, because they have like some very good massage parlors over there, foot spas and things of that nature. Um, and we go to BGC, we go to Makati, those places, right? And there's another area that we went to last year. It was like a food area. I can't remember the name of that either. But anyway, but yeah. So those are really the places we go. I mean, we talked about going to Palawan and doing those things, but we just haven't did it. Sometimes when we go, we're like kind of on a business type thing. We're relaxing, but we're also thinking about business. Like we're thinking about property. Like we're trying to buy some property somewhere in Manila to rent out so we can lease it. You have to go to. Is that Baguio? I think that's what it says. Baguio. Yeah. Never been there. I heard a lot about it. These are like the places that you're naming are really, really common for foreigners. Real common. What is going on today? You guys hear that? One, two, three. There's like 3 motorcycles. People are just running up and down the street. I'm gonna go in a minute because these mosquitoes are starting to come out. Okay, what else we got? What else we got, guys? What else you want to know? What else you want to know? I'm just gonna say this: any man that's looking for a woman, go to Philippines. Okay. If you're not successful of finding a woman here, if you're that type of guy that it's very hard for you to find a nice woman, go to Philippines. Okay. If you had to go on a dating site, which I didn't go on a dating site, I just found my wife just out the blue, and then we talked for years. We talked for many a years before I even went over there, on and off, many years. And then I just said, you know what, this is where I need to go. I think I need to go over here and visit her. And then after that, it was a wrap. Like I was done. I was done. And now, now she's here. We already went through the process of getting her U.S. citizen. She already done had her U.S. citizen for a long time. Um, 2014, she came, and so she already has her citizenship. Um, and she's working and everything. And we got married 2011. So I mean, that should tell you something. You always hear about the relationships from people that's. Sometimes you hear about bad relationships. You never hear really stories about successful Filipino relationships. You hear more about the bad ones. There's a lot of people that are very happy. A lot. More. That outweighs more. It outweighs the bad. Hands down. And I think I'm going to meet. There's another couple that we seen on. He's a brother. And I just seen him on YouTube. And so I conversated with him. And we supposed to meet up in Manila. And I think I'm going to try to interview this guy when we get there. Okay, he's a brother, and he proposed to his Filipino wife, soon to be wife. He proposed to her, and he has it on video where he was at the Mall of Asia in the back, and he proposed to her. His subscriber count is very, very, very low. I think it was like 300 subscribers, and I'm like, how come this guy doesn't have a lot of subscribers? And he should, like he should. He's just going around doing like anyone else. But I think it's going to pick up because he tries to upload a video like every other day or something like that. But I'm going to meet with him. I already told him we're going to go have dinner and all that. My wife can, chat with his wife. My wife, yeah. I already know they're going to talk. So they're going to chat. And then we're going to meet up with K and J. I don't know if you know them, but that's um, Black Filipino. We're gonna meet up with them.
I want to go outside.
Okay. You need your shoes. You need your shoes.
You doing live?
Yeah, I'm on a live. Say hi, guys.
Hi guys.
That's my son right there. Yeah. So, but yeah, we're gonna meet up with K and J, and we usually meet with them every year anyway. We go and hang out every year, and he always tell me, "You the OG, you the OG passport bro." I'm like, dude, don't put me in that category, because I'm not a passport bro. I never was. It's not like that. But yeah, he interviewed us. Also, it's on his channel. Yeah, I have to go there. I subscribe to their channel too. Somebody at my door. He just went out the front door. Um, yeah, go on their channel and you'll see. You're gonna have to scroll through, and you're gonna see a video of him interviewing me and my wife. Okay, it's there. And then on our other channel, our channel, family channel is called the Wallace Life, the Wallace Life. So if you go there, you'll see an interview of us interviewing K and J, because no one has never interviewed K and J, like how they met. So while we was there, we was at the Conrad by Mall of Asia. While we was there eating, I said, you know what? Let me interview these guys because they never been interviewed on how they met. So I did an interview. All right. What else we got? I need to go over here and see where my son is. Come on, you guys, you walk with me. So he took off running. I just like to know where he at. He probably went over his friend's house. Oh yeah, he went across the street. His friends probably can't come out. So while I'm over here, I'll just show you my garden. Is my look like the grapes are trying to come on here in a moment. As soon as these open up and close back up, then the grapes will start growing. It's a lot on here. I need to get some bags. Like there's some bags that you cover this up with, and the birds won't eat it up. I need to do that before I leave. There's the loofahs right there. Growing. Two of them. There's three. There's another right there. So I do have some loofahs. But yeah, I got into gardening because I'm like, if I'm going to move to Philippines, I want to grow some stuff. Because it's very easy to grow stuff in the Philippines. Oh, he's playing with this. He got like a remote control Tesla that he's running up and down the street. Let me go over here. This pear tree. I got a pear tree over here too. I'll look at it. Let's see. Hello. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of pears on there right there. There's one pear. There's another one there. It's going good. It's my neighbor. And guess what? This is a coincidence. Like we moved over in this neighborhood, and then we found out our next door neighbor's a Filipino. All of them. It's our Filipino family next door. Filipinos are everywhere. Guys, Filipinos are everywhere. They're all over the planet. But I think I'm going to get off of here. It was nice talking to you guys. Faithful subscribers that come through every day. You got any more questions before I go? I'll wait until something comes up. I'm ready to use this. I need to get me a laptop. I don't have a laptop because I need to do my editing on a laptop instead of keep doing it on my phone. I just bought this right here. This is going to work very well. I have this. It's got touch screen on the front, like you can touch the screen. Records in 4K. It's voice activated. Look at that. And it has this. It has a built-in like kind of stabilization, so you can do all this, and it's going to stay. The image is going to stay level. Then also have this part right here, which is a battery. This handle is a stand, right? It's a stand, and it's a battery pack in here. And you can see the battery right here. Battery pack, right? This went to my GoPro, but I took it off and I put it on this camera here. And I can just take this and I can plug this in here to keep this charged. Plus it already has a battery in it. Turn it off. Oh, that was record. Turn it off. Let me turn this off real quick. Okay. All right. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here because I'm gonna go in the house and do some things. But Big Boy Noya, I greatly appreciate you coming through. And I hope I can see some more videos from you, man. That would be interesting. Let's see. Who else came through? Someone named Ronnie. Jay. That's it. Even though there was a lot of people that came in the room, but I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. I need to go look at some stocks because I is it 8? Yeah, the market's already closed after hour. So I need to go. I'm gonna look at some stocks. I may put together a list for tomorrow and go from there. Try to make some money tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by. I greatly appreciate it. I see another person just stopped in, but I'm about to get off of here. I'm about to go back in and um, thanks. All right, guys. You take care. Salamat. Mahal kita to my Filipino people, and I'll see you next one. Take care. Peace.